How's it going, Renegade Nation? Before we begin the video, I want to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Trent Rajoni 235, Crimson Caption 5, Jade Rasmussen, Dusk Dovahkiin, Noah Morgan, Banana Peel, RF, Ash Lopez, Cold Philly, Kevin J. Coleman, Thomas Beretta, Tommy Hill, Aaron White, Crispy Bacon, Oscar Zephyr, Commander Nom Nom, Sabely, Owen, Zach, Noah Barnhart, Canadian Caesar, Matt Way, JD, Cheese Soda, Omega, Ross Lingard, Rogue Knight, The Tin Man 1996, Thomas A. Beatty, Kendra Maxey, Dr. Pepper 225, Jacob Huffman, The Names Due, Tunnel Rat, Catmere, Benjamin Callahan, Nguyen An Quan, Brony Time, Matthew B., Smooth Weaver, Hemora 13, Pro Tomahawker, Wong Varaya, and as always, I want to give a big shout out to our executive producer, Bevan Brummett. Thank you all very much for your support, and if you want to become a Patreon supporter, feel free to click the link in the description to find out more. We'll see you there. Oh, I hear, commotion. Pardon me while I blow your f***ing head off. Oh, another one. Dude, these executions are the shit. I love these executions so much. Whoa. Bong. Bing bong. Oh. I remember when this was put on display, and I remember seeing the people who were in it, you know, Reese Witherspoon, Oprah Winfrey, Chris Pine, Gugu Mbatha-Raw. I mean, great cast. Also, Mindy Kaling as well. And I was like, I wonder what this is going to be about. And then I looked up A Wrinkle in Time, the original young adult novel back in the 1960s. Yes, their young adult novels have existed for a very long time. It's not just Stephanie Meyer who's responsible for that shit. Instead, it's been around for a very, very long time. So yeah, A Wrinkle in Time. I wasn't sure what to think of it, and then I saw who was directing it. Ava DuVernay, who I loved her work on Selma, and I was very excited to see, hey, wonder what kind of artistic license she's going to take with this. And from what I understand, the book, I haven't read the book, but from what I understand, the book is a very, like, out there kind of, like, stream of consciousness kind of work. And watching this film, I couldn't help but just feel like that there's an over-reliance on CG that I think, like, don't get me wrong, CG has come a long way, but there are ways to film things with CGI that can enhance a film, whereas I think this overall, like, it doesn't take away from some of the performances, because some of the performances, like, I thought the kids were very good. I thought that some of the adult actors were also pretty good, but overall, I thought that the kids shone through brighter than the rest of them. And I think that, again, maybe this would have benefited from being a miniseries on Disney Plus, because that seems to be the thing now. I think that they're not having to kneecap certain stories and shorten them just for them to be a 2-hour film. Instead, now, due to Disney Plus dedicating so much time and effort into producing miniseries, maybe this would have benefited from being a miniseries. Or if anything, like a running series. Who knows? I mean, from what I've seen, there are, I think, 4 In Time series books. And maybe if they try it again on Disney Plus, I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, and I would like to believe that if they had enough time and enough of a budget to dedicate out to this, maybe it could become something different. But I don't know. That being said, though, Doug has a reaction, or not a review, to A Wrinkle in Time, and I figured I'd give it a shot. It's a fairly old one. It's from back in 2018, and I've fallen behind on some of Doug's Nostalgia Critic reviews, and now that I'm getting back into them more and more, I'm very interested to see what he had to say about A Wrinkle in Time. So without further ado, this is the Nostalgia Critic's review of A Wrinkle in Time. Here we go. Still loud. Still very loud.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. There's just something about nostalgic fantasy books. Whether they make good film adaptations or whatever Aragon was, there's always a part of us that has to see what the cinematic version of...
Okay, I talk about mini-series, or like a recurring series. Please, please, do that with Aragon. Please. Because there's just so much good in Aragon that... Okay.
The most imaginative tales look like. And clearly the best director for a trippy sci-fi mind warp about children traveling to different worlds would be one who specialized in films about prejudice and race relations. Well, that turned out exactly what we got.
Well, I'll say this, Ava DuVernay knows how to set up a good shot, and I would say that, you know, again, some of the stuff in this was pretty good.
Being admittedly an already difficult book to adapt, Wrinkle in Time tries to be that artsy kid's film meant to open up your mind, but instead turns out to be that artsy kid that tries to open up your mind with his ultimate interpretation of Donnie Darko. Yeah, you all know that asshole. They made a movie like him.
I know that because there was a kid in my school who had his ultimate version of certain things. He had an ultimate version of Dragon Ball Z, and he would not shut the hell up about how, you know, how his was superior, and he considered only his version like the true version. I'm just like, okay, all right, don't breathe on me, don't get near me.
Based on the only kid's fantasy book you remember being more Jesus-y than Narnia, the adaptations for this novel have often been underwhelming, and this version is, well, not underwhelming, but how do I put it? Remember that very pompous ending to American Beauty where they say you don't understand our film, but don't worry, you will? Imagine that for 2 hours. Oh. But is there anything about it that worked? I mean, without the use of a slowly becoming legal substance? Well, let's take a look in more detail. This is the unsurprisingly bizarre, but surprising in the way it's bizarre, Wrinkle in Time. The film opens with Chris Pine in Mel Gibson's beard, showing his daughter Meg the ABCs of pretentious speeches.
Love is always there, even if you don't feel it. It's always there for you.
I want you to remember that when you read the reviews for this movie.
Oh.
This is our love.
It's not gone. It's just enfolded.
Gee, I wonder if that speech about love means he's gonna disappear. One gone dead later.
Tomorrow marks the 4-year anniversary of the disappearance of NASA scientist Dr. Alex Murray. There are still no leads in the case.
But perhaps the biggest mystery, why can two kids who can have screens in front of them literally through breathing listening to radio? As a pop song indicates, Meg is sad, and often made fun of by mean kids who say such terrible things as,
Hi, Meg.
Bitch, you didn't! You can call me every variation of the C word you like, but say hi to me? You better expect this in return.
Hi, Meg.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Trust me, you'll be seeing few high marks in this.
Oh, hi, Mark. Damn.
Yeah, we made that on our way to make fun of the Terabithia kid for losing his best friend. Our gang is called the Plot Devices.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit much. I mean, subtlety is key when it comes to certain things, and if you don't write kids right, it just comes off as just like, okay, it's borderline exploitative.
Anyway, what are you making fun of her for? This is the kid asking for it.
Did you hear that, Meg? You have more potential than anybody here. Mommy was awkward and funny looking at you.
Oh my gosh.
And look at her now. She's beautiful.
And she never mixes my medications at all!
Okay, if there was a kid that deserved a tranquilizer dart to the neck, it'd be him.
Also, I'm confused. Who's he talking about being awkward and funny looking? Wait, Meg is supposed to be awkward and funny looking? Oh god, yeah. By Disney standards, what a dog! I bet she was only on the cover of 4 magazines instead of 5. When will everybody learn that beautiful people are beautiful people? Jeez. She gets sent to the principal for introducing the bully to basketball, because that's a problem the principal would deal with. And he tries to give some advice.
You can't keep using your father's disappearance as an excuse to act out. Odds are, he's not coming back.
Thank you.
Oh, this...
Wow, okay, so... I would understand for kids that were older, you know, like 15 or up, but below that, you know, you still got to provide the little hope for them. I mean, again, this is... I'm not just gonna go on a rant about how I would do it because, you know, as a person who's gotten into filmmaking here recently, it's very difficult to make a film, and especially when you're self-funding everything. God, but I would not have done the dialogue that way. Also, why the hell does this guy look like a knockoff Scooter Magruder? For those of you who know, if you know, you know.
Emotionally crippling Principal of the Year award. Don't worry, things will make more sense when you get home. Oh boy.
Your house is so warm. You've done a wonderful job keeping the darkness out.
Call me Mrs. Whatsit.
I will call you anything you like as long as you don't touch my bathing suit area.
Don't worry. She's my friend. I called her Ceiling Sheets. Guys, she's harmless.
Anybody who breaks into a house and touches kids like that is not harmless. She is on a list.
Have I ever been wrong?
You might be Charles Wallace.
Oh, I highly doubt that. He's one of the greatest minds in recent history.
His personality's on par with Mandark, but still a smart cookie. I do hope you leave on a line more up your ass than your toilet paper coat.
Wild nights are my glory.
I'm really confident in my weirdness, which means I either escape from a place with bars on the window, or I'm really cool. I'm not really cool. Hi, random boy from school. Wanna be a character?
I'm Charles Wallace, Meg's brother. You're Calvin, aren't you?
That I am.
What are you doing here?
I don't know.
I'm introduced 15 minutes in, I had no lines, and I had nothing to the story. But I do give this punchable look of whimsy every 5 minutes.
So what do you say, Calvin? You want to come with us?
Why not?
Oh my god. Yeah, okay.
So, ever wonder if that crazy cat lady down the street was as insane as you thought she was?
Love without love is like a tree without blossoms or fruit. Gibran, Lebanese.
This is Mrs. Who, played by Mindy Kaling. Charles seems to have met her before and explains how she only speaks in obnoxious quotes.
She's just evolved past language, so when she needs to think, she cheats and uses other people's words.
Oh, that's evolving past language, huh? Because it kind of sounds like you're just not smart enough to come up with your own words, so you...
Yeah, it sounds like it's borderline pretentious. Like, you use other people's words to express yourself instead of, you know, forming your own opinions. Hello, Twitter.
Use a famous quotes calendar to give the impression you're above everyone else.
The wound is the place where the light enters you. Rumi, Persian.
Hey, how about this quote?
You do not need to quote great men to show you are one.
I realize the irony I'm using a quote to get that across, but I don't think she's smart enough to realize that.
Poor Mrs. Who. We tired her out.
I guess she was really tired.
It's tough being that pretentious 24/7. They go back home where Calvin gives more inspiring faces.
Is that his one?
As they discuss how her dad suggested that space travel can be done through the right frequency from your mind.
Rather than enduring the oppressive rules of time and space, we could wrinkle it. We don't need rockets, we don't need spaceships. All you need is to tap into the right frequency. You just need your mind.
You have to be really long-winded and act like you're superior above everyone else.
Like Stephen Hawking.
Speaking of which, where's Oprah?
Oh, Harpo.
Oh my god. Finally, a size and image that encompasses all of Oprah's ego. Why be president when I can be God?
Your father has done an extraordinary thing. No human has ever traveled so far out in the universe.
I was thinking about putting him on the cover of my magazine. Just kidding, he'll be me again.
We heard a
For the
call out in the
500,000th
universe.
time.
A human call.
They say the call must have come from her father, so they're there to help find him.
We must find him as soon as we can. Are you up for it?
Depends. Will I also look like Tina Turner exploding into Lady Gaga?
You just have to find the right frequency and have faith in who you are.
Okay, that last part is bullshit, but Disney really likes to throw that in.
You did it, man. You actually really very much so tested.
You're scary enough far away. I don't need to see you up close.
The foot feels the foot when it feels the ground. Buddha, Nepali.
Shut up or I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron. Walk it. Show dirt. They turned his money to death.
Honestly, Walken's performance in Joe Dirt provided me so many lines. You're talking to my guy all wrong. You do it again, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron. Does your mother sew? Boom! Get her to sew that.
Best top backgrounds is they get busy trying to find her dad or they look around. The almighty Oprah smiles at your enchanting waste of time. Oh, don't think he'd pass up a whimsical face.
We get it, Doug.
You should talk to them. Everyone knows that flowers are the best gossipers in the entire universe.
I think even hippies would watch this and get a job.
Oh!
Can you help us find him? They speak color.
Hey, that's funny. I speak finger. They say her father is just north of Avatar Park, so what's it suggests they travel on her once she changes into... sexy vegetable gremlin?
No!
Dang. Tucker, American.
Eat shit and die, everybody everywhere! So they ride the Cabbage Patch Stingray and are so blown away at Oprah's magnificent Oprahness that they simply have to touch her. That sounds like a joke, but it is all too laughably real. Oh!
I guarantee you this is Ava DuVernay. This is Ava DuVernay talking to Oprah. Just be like, they'll pass you by like you're part of Mount Rushmore. And they'll reach out and touch you. And you'll laugh like the goddess you... I guarantee you this is how Ava DuVernay sees Oprah. I mean, Oprah's a hell of an inspiration, but at the same time, she's only human.
My soul is...
Actually, now that I say that, I realize that Oprah's going to probably hire assassins to kill me just for muttering those words. Yeah, I'm gonna die. All because I said Oprah's a human being.
Filled with the need to hand out cards to mask my insecurities. Perfection lives in the cheeks of paradise. This is where we grow the Jolly Green Giant's testicles. What, do you think he got that voice from singing lessons?
Oh.
But uh-oh, they lose one of their fops.
Die!
Oh no, I'm gonna die! The flowers catch him though, and they show them the evil that distracted their flight.
It's called Camazotz, known simply as the It.
I know I could have come up with a better joke, but I love any excuse to play that clip.
What do we do?
It's a good one.
Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. Shakespeare, British.
The ability to speak doesn't make you intelligent. The only good quote from Phantom Menace. They travel to Mordor Stonehenge, where they come across the Happy Medium, which sounds like a New Age kid show on Bravo.
Oh.
Well, you obviously don't understand the importance of balance.
Well, not as much as you, Zach, stunt double.
We are looking for a man who's lost in the universe.
Well, this one popped up right away, but give me some more information. They say they all have to think of Meg's father in order to locate him, but she can't because she doesn't see how that'll help.
I really don't understand how thinking about him is going to help us find him.
Now, flying vegetable ladies and 10-story talk show host, that I can believe, but thinking of my father? I just don't follow! They explain that they need her father to fight the It from corrupting mankind, and that gives her the courage to find him with just the happy medium. Wait, what happened to needing everybody?
filmmaking. We make it up as we go along.
They see the father figured out teleporting, but got captured by the It. So they decide to go back to Earth to figure out a plan. Meg's will to find her father is too strong, though, and it redirects them to where the It is. A place where the Three Stooges have no power, so they have to leave.
You'll encounter things you think you know, but you don't. Here is a place to be suspicious.
Now this is especially disappointing because in the book, apparently they're revealed to be centaurs. But my guess is Heavenly Oprah would die before being seen as something such ungodlike. But I, of course, would not want to rob you of such an image, so here it is, Oprah Centaur.
We can barely tesser ourselves. You must continue on without us. You must find your father.
Times like this, I really love my job. So the It tries to chase our heroes down, but they escape via Kingdom of the Crystal Skull Fridge and try to figure out what to do next.
How did you do that whole thing with the log?
Just a physics thing.
Just a physics thing.
Uh-huh.
They find a neighborhood, but quickly put together, it's a little too Pleasantville-ish.
Darling, time for dinner. Are you lost, children? I bet you're hungry.
We're having fresh you tonight.
I have roasts and potatoes and cakes of all sorts.
I could eat.
Come on, we've just been told we're in a place of pure evil. What could go wrong? Next you'll be telling me that gingerbread house is evil.
Thanks, we're good.
Cakes of all sorts.
No.
But there are cakes of all sorts, guys! Swords! The neighborhood turns into a beach, once again trying to trick them.
Who are you guys?
The man seems to know who they are and possesses Charles to follow him.
Thanks for everything.
You brought them right to us.
I'm beginning to think cakes of all sorts are crumbs of limited options.
Welcome to Central Intelligence. He is dangerous. Shut up, Meg.
Yeah, shut up, Meg.
Yeah, that's a worthy face.
Did I really just hear that? They honestly just said, shut up, Meg.
Shut up, Meg.
Yeah, shut up, Meg.
Seth MacFarlane in the distance. You just hear him yell,
Oh, that's fucking bullshit.
Okay, well, I guess it's only a matter of time before Disney would do this joke better than Fox is.
Shut up, Meg.
Yeah, everybody lost that day. So bad enough the stranger has turned into a Puppet Club Med host and Calvin is stuck in permanent Mark Wahlberg happening face.
What? No.
But Charles's amazingly misdirected acting now has an evil spin as his possession forces him to talk more like a James Bond villain.
That's so like you to try to come to the rescue, isn't it, Calvin? Always so helpful, overly cheery, pathetic.
Honestly, I can't decide whether or not this makes things more awkward or if it just fits right at home with his performance.
Watch your tone! Would you like to meet it? That happy sadist.
This kid could give Minus a run for his money.
He's gone.
He's not gone.
I don't see him.
He suddenly turned from the most annoying part of the movie to suddenly the best.
Ooh. Clever.
Perhaps if you push back my bedtime, I won't have to push back your dead time.
Meg uses the glasses, though, to find a secret entrance to where her father is. Look out! A genuinely emotional scene!
yeah, that was heartwarming. And they both sell it really
Even though
good.
this is a very touching and well-acted moment, I have to admit, I do kind of want Porky Pig to jump out and say that's all, folks. For a number of reasons, the movie would stop. So the father is back, but that doesn't settle down Charles' acting at all.
I'm underwhelmed. I can see the weaknesses of any soul. Like, take your soul. So desperate to matter in the universe.
I want to bundle you up in a toy and call you My Little Hitler. No cakes of all sorts is worth this! Charles throws them in a dark realm where the It tries to tempt Meg to join him.
Take a good look at her. She's a better version of you. She doesn't have to just live in your imagination. I can make her real.
my god, she's moderately better looking. Honestly, I kind of think she looks better how she is.
Yeah.
She, of course, resists, and Meg tries to snap Charles back to his, quote, normal self.
I love you, Charles Wallace.
Don't make me somewhat aggressively shake you. It's mildly annoying! It, of course, works, and Charles is back as the missus return to give support.
Some of our best warriors have come from Earth. This is where we leave you, to become warriors on Earth.
Do you mean actual warriors or getting offended to feel superior on social media? She returns home in a beautiful yet weirdly long transition home, and the family is once again whole.
Your calculations, they gave us the universe.
I might have messed up a few parallel dimensions. It's a long story, but I think I have triple blood in me now.
Huh, I guess we're cool now for no reason. Let's go eat something.
No, it would have benefited if it were a miniseries. That's every time I have nothing else to say. It would have benefited if it were a miniseries. That's it. That's all there is to say. Period. End of sentence.
Cakes of all sorts.
What is your deal?
I couldn't have done it without you, Windowsill. And that was A Wrinkle in Time. All the right ingredients for the wrong meal with the wrong cook. In a weird way, I can see this being one of those trippy movies that kids look back on years later as a means of opening up creative ideas. But unlike other films that did that, like, say, Labyrinth or Fantasia, this isn't going to hold much value for adults. Visually, it's nice, and it's got some interesting concepts. I'll even go out on a limb and say the performances from everybody are good if they were just in more fitting movies. Charles's acting could be great in a kid's action film. Calvin's acting could be great in a Spielberg-style fantasy. Even the missuses could work in maybe a fairy tale type genre. But with the exception of the main lead and her father, who really do hit their marks perfect, everybody seems like they're giving their all just in the wrong project. Because of that, it's a little entertaining in just how misguided it is. I don't know if that's the director or Disney or whatever, but it's a fascinating muck-up. My guess is none of the people who worked on this are gonna have trouble finding work in the future. It just has to be a project that matches their talents better. As is though, this is a crazy-ass journey through what the hellsville that didn't make me think, but it did make me smile. I'm the Nostalgia Critic, and if you'll excuse me, there's a certain season around the corner I need to get excited for. That's right, Christmas! Oh, wait, this first.
Ah, yes. That was the last commercials one that he did. So yeah. That's, anything else? Just the ad spot at the end for the charity, okay? But, yeah, that was A Wrinkle in Time by the Nostalgia Critic, the review. And if only this would have waited until Disney Plus was a thing. If only. Because I think it could have benefited greatly from that. Anyway, that's really all I got time for, guys. I actually am very, very hungry right now. I haven't eaten since breakfast, and it's currently 1 o'clock, so anyway. I guess until next time, if you all are interested in seeing more from the Nostalgia Critic, feel free to click his name in the title of the video, click Channel Awesome in the title of the video. And if you want to see more from us, hey, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. Check out our gaming channel, which I have a link to it in the comments. It'll be pinned at the very top and also in the description as well. So, until next time, everyone, signing off, I'm Nate. I'll see you then. Peace.